And Joe Biden is pushing closer to the 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. Earlier, he expressed optimism after being declared the winner in Wisconsin.
And now, after a long night of counting, it's clear that we're winning enough states to reach 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. I'm not here to declare that we've won, but I am here to report that when the count is finished, we believe we will be the winners.
And we are joined now by Fox 5's Kelly Meyer, who is covering the Biden campaign today. And Kelly, it's looking like it's heading in the right direction for Joe Biden, but it surely isn't over until it's over, is it?
Exactly, and that's why he came out here this afternoon, not declaring a victory, as you heard in that soundbite there, but he said he is inching closer to it, and he says after the votes are all counted, he feels that he will be the winner, but he isn't declaring it just yet, in a stark contrast to what President Trump is doing and what he did last night as well. They came out here today feeling confident about Michigan, which is where now they have been declared the winner. They're feeling confident about Pennsylvania, where, as you heard in that story just before me, the votes are still being counted there, but he feels that those are the mail-in ballots that he believes will go in his favor. So he came out here expressing that confidence and optimism, but also showing signs of unity and talking about what his administration may look like, what his presidency may look like. They also launched within the last hour a transition campaign website, a Biden-Harris transition website that they have there. So they seem to be sharing that optimism across the platforms, but we aren't expecting to hear from him again this evening, but we are hearing from him on Twitter and social media.
Well, we did obviously talk about the optimism that they're feeling. He talked a lot about uniting and healing the nation. He wanted to talk about working with others. What can be made of Biden's speech to the American people today?
It sounded like some of the message that he's been saying throughout his campaign, that he wants to be a president not just for Democrats, but for Republicans as well. And when he becomes the president, as he thinks he will be, that he will be a president for all Americans and not just Democrats. That was he made an emphasis on that here today, but also creating that sense of unity. He said he wants to leave the rhetoric from the campaign behind and leave the enemies behind as well and move forward. And he really made that pitch for unity here, in addition to having that confidence about how this night will go.
Well, he is inching closer, 264 electoral votes. We will have to wait and see. Kelly Meyer, live in Wilmington, Delaware. Thank you so much.